Just let me get this window sized and we'll be ready to go. '70 Pics or It Didn't Happen Stories, according to Reddit. Number 70. I stopped 8 to 10 gangbangers from killing a couple. I mostly used my face to protect the rest of my body. Well, in the interest of clarity, for those who may be confused, Elise says hello in the stream chat. Hello, Elise. Today's list is pretty much outlandish claims or stories that, without photographic evidence, most people wouldn't believe. So, the question being asked in the Askreddit thread is, what's your most unbelievable Pics or It Didn't Happen moment, but you actually have the pictures to prove it? Number 17 reads, I stopped 8 to 10 gangbangers from killing a couple. I mostly use my face to protect the rest of my body. Pictures of the aftermath and a news article. Jesus Christ. What a hero. I'm glad he survived, because that's pretty fucked up. Man attacked by group of assailants. He's a hero, and this is all he gets in the paper. Jesus Christ, man. Sad how the world is. Hello to Elise, Ezio, and Linda in the chat. But as we move along on the list of 70 Pics or It Didn't Happen stories, we arrive at number 69, Waka Waka. Now, I was visiting a fraternity brother at his new place in Yantai, China, with 2 others. We walk along the boardwalk and come across a model dressed in full makeup and outfit, singing Bananarama's Venus in front of a whole video/photo crew. Interesting. As 3 of us went past them, they kept what they were doing, but a few of them definitely took notice of us gringos, frankly not that uncommon in the less touristy areas of China. Okay. After picking up our body and going back the way we came, buddy, we came across the singer again. This time she noticed us from afar. She stopped singing and pointed us out to the crew. They turned and aimed at us, filming and snapping pics. Nobody really talked to us, just documented our walk. We thought nothing of it until a few weeks later after the trip ended. My friend who lives in China emails us to say we were on the front cover of a newspaper. They made up a whole story about us 4 businessmen in town working on a project, yada yada yada. Big spread, he tells us. Nobody believed him until he sent us this picture. What the hell? Why would they just photograph a bunch of random Americans in China and then put them in a paper with some bullshit? They're good. What kind of crap? Number 68. I was in a head-on collision with a fully loaded rock hauler in a 66-year-old car and literally walked away from it with a little bit of road rash and 2 little scratches on my legs. Well, we were both going 60 miles per hour in the opposite directions, and rear end of my 51 Chevy broke and unexpectedly and suddenly forced my car into a jerk left on a 2-lane highway into the path of a semi-truck. I was thrown out of the car via the passenger door, hit checked, it opened, never lost consciousness, and was walking around within a couple of minutes after the accident. Refused an ambulance ride, but did go to the hospital. They released me after 20 hours, a plethora of tests, CT scans, MRIs, and x-rays, and said that there is absolutely nothing wrong with me. They gave me a bottle of painkillers and said that I'm going to need those. And need them I did. Hurt like a motherfucker for weeks, if not months. And here's a picture. Ooh, bitch, you lucky. Lucky you got ejected from that damn car. Now, I am not one to derail the momentum of a stream. I say sarcastically. But in the stream chat, and I know that you guys can see from my perspective because I'm sharing windows, someone has an image that is just not loading. Much like an image in the 90s that used to have like a little X. How interesting. Fat Raikage says hello, Kael, and Ezio asks how I am. I'm okay, and I hope you guys are okay too. But check out this wreck. Jesus, oh. Guy's lucky to be alive. As we continue up the list of 70 Pics or It Didn't Happen stories, we arrive at number 67. 3 caravans of wild camels whose origins are unexplained live outside of Wichita Falls, Texas. This is one of them. How'd those camels get out there? That's pretty cool. Camels living in Wichita. That's cool. That's cool. I wish people were cool enough to just let animals, like, I mean, unless they, you know, became a fucking problem, you know. I'd like to think that it'd be alright. Some animals just getting a little bit of that, People in the comments are saying, out there are camel farms in the area. I looked back into this. Ooh. In 2009, when we saw them, and was led to believe these were in fact unexplained wild or feral camels. I don't like the sound of feral camels. They can just be cute little camels, doing what they do out there. Leave them alone, they leave you alone. Jeez. So there's that. As we travel up, it says, number 66, I smoked weed with Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson in Amsterdam on 4/20 in 2008. You know what this post is missing? The picture. Because that's what they said this was all about. But why is it upvoted? Did he edit it out of the post? Am I going to have to snoop around? Did this asshole comment on his own post with the proof as if for double karma? You son of a bitch. Well, there it is. Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg. This guy really did smoke that weed with him. Amsterdam's the place to be until they legalize that MJ here. God forbid, right? You know what it would take for the government to legalize marijuana? Aliens. Aliens would have to land right now, and then they just go, listen, you guys are crazy. Legalize the weed. And then we can just say that you're seeing things. You guys are crazy. Legalize the shrooms, too. As we travel up the list to number 65. Oh my God, write me a novel, why don't you? This is that dank shit right here. Buckle the fuck up, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently a story that this guy is going to be spinning us here, regale us. While we're on the subject of bird-related shenanigans, don't know what that means, but maybe as we travel up the list, we'll see other bird stories that are insane. We'll arrive right here. A little over a year ago, I was homeless in the Bay Area. I'd spent the previous night in an illegal encampment / meth den. Jesus. The next morning, as I got off the BART, maybe some sort of transit system, and walked into town, I only just barely noticed I was about to step on something small and colorful. I looked down to see what it was, and it was some kind of exotic bird. A cockatiel or a small parrot. I wasn't sure. It was hobbling along the sidewalk outside of a new apartment complex. It must have been hurt because it wasn't flying away from me, it was just barely walking. I figured it must have been someone's escaped pet. I looked around, and there was no one else on the street, and the closest apartment building had no open windows I could see. Deciding I couldn't just leave it in case it was run over or a cat got it, I picked her up and walked into the reception of the nearest apartment. I asked if someone had reported a missing pet, and they said no, and the tenants weren't allowed to have pets anyway. I stuck around outside the apartment for an hour or so and... Son of a bitch. Well, Camilla, thank you for subscribing, but the bottom line is she's probably not even in the stream right now. She's probably like watching some random gaming video going, haha, that's hilarious. And then just click subscribe. But on the off chance she isn't here, I have to say thanks. Moving on, I stuck around outside the apartment building for an hour or so in case anyone came looking for her. I saw no one. After a while, I decided that the best thing to do would be to get help from a veterinarian. I couldn't keep her myself, obviously, because I was homeless. I couldn't get to any rescue centers because I don't drive, and from what I saw online, the closest ones were impossible for me to reach on foot. I figured a vet would be able to take her on the off chance that someone had inquired about their missing bird. Woo. Or at least one of the staff would be willing to drop her off at a shelter for me. Why don't you summarize this shit for me, you bing-bong loving motherfucker? I set off on a long walk towards the closest veterinarian. I must have looked at a right sight. A mildly bedraggled, possibly homeless man wandering around with an exotic bird in his hand. I saw a lot of rubbernecking and people at traffic lights actually rolling down their windows to ask about the bird. On the journey, the bird and I actually made friends. I'd been holding her cupped in my hand in case she tried to fly off, and she'd been nipping and biting my fingers. I sat down to unpack some food for us, and we shared a stale sandwich and some water. Tentatively, I opened my hand, expecting her to go crazy and try to fly off, but amazingly, she maneuvered herself to perch on my finger. Aw. How cute. Homeless people of the future. We all got our smartphones, baby. And seemed content to be there with me. So we set off again, one hobo and his bird. When we made it to the vets a few hours later, they explained they couldn't help and were unwilling to take her as it went against their policies. They suggested I try the other vets in town to see if they could do anything more. The next couple I went to said the exact same thing. Flummoxed, I started to worry a little bit. What the hell was I going to do? It was early in the year, so nights got very cold. I was barely making it sleeping fully dressed under a winter blanket. AFAIK. Ugh, I can't pretend that I recall what that is. As far as I know, fuck me. You should have known that, Gael. As far as I know, birds don't handle the cold very well, and I couldn't put her under the covers with me for fear of squishing her in my sleep. I couldn't put her in a box or anything in case she wandered off and or got attacked by a cat. I messaged some friends to see if they could take her, but they were all unwilling or unable, and suggested I go to a vet. Birdie, in the meantime, didn't panic and kept her cool. Well, as the day dragged on, I managed to visit the last of the vets on my list, and they all said the same thing as the others. It was now nightfall, so my options were non-existent. I decided I just had to pull an all-nighter at the local Safeway cafe, and I'd figure something out the next day. As I was sat in the empty dining area feeding her some bird food, one of the staff was walking past and did a double take. Is that a bird in here? I thought she was going to ask me to leave, but she came over intrigued. I told her my story, avoiding the fact that I was homeless, and she had the strangest response. She explained that she was an exotic bird aficionado and offered to take the bird in. She whipped out the phone and showed me all of the cages and birds she had all over the years. She said that her shift was finishing up in an hour and that if I could stick around until then, she would take Birdie off of me and put her in the pet carrier she had in her car. As I didn't have anything better to do, I wanted the bird to be safe, and I wanted the bird to be safe, I stuck around. As I didn't have anything, oh my God, you're reading the same goddamn line again. Sure enough, the lady comes out by later and we go to her car. She has a small pet carrier in there, and she tells me tomorrow's her day off, so she'll take the birdie to the vets for a checkup and some treatment. I said one last goodbye to my new feathered friend. Oh. Thanked the lady for the help and trudged off to my dumpster. Thus, the adventure came to an end. I was actually sad to part ways with the bird. Maybe it was just the company, but I was happy she went to a caring home. With someone knowledgeable about birds. Whenever I went into the store after that, the lady was always happy to let me know how the bird was doing. As of 6 months after I found her, the bird was happy, healthy, and able to fly again. What an interesting story about a homeless man. Wonder if anybody asks if he's still homeless. Somebody says, sorry to hear that you went through homelessness. This story happened a year ago. Are you doing okay now? He says, I was briefly homed back to no fixed address. I'm so sorry. It must be terrible. I very much hope you get homed again soon and for good. And he says, me too. Thank you. Some people living life harder than you want, harder than you need, harder maybe than you deserve. Ow. A story about a homeless man being kind to a Boyd. Little too long as far as I'm concerned, but hey, I'm glad to read it to you guys. As we travel up the list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 64. Number 64 says, I have a pet duck. Okay, what a cutie. He's not your normal looking white duck with orange bill. White duck on orange bill. Call him Mr. Quackers. That's what I'd call a duck. I'd call a duck Quackers. And if I had another duck, I'd call him Cheese. So I'd have Quackers and Cheese. Two ducks, Quackers, and Cheese. Number 64 reads, I have a pet duck. People find it hard to believe. Hatched her from an egg in a homemade styrofoam cooler incubator. Here's a baby pic. Oh, what a little black ducky. How cute. Number 63. A little over 2 years ago, I took a selfie with a Google car and it ended up on Google Maps. Bing bong. Damn, he really knew to catch that thing on the way by, because this guy was probably not even gonna stop. He was like rolling down the street. Sipping endo, sipping on gin and juice. Smoking endo, sorry, laid back. With my mind on my Google and my Google on my mind. That's a reference that some people may not get, because y'all are little kids. You know what I'm talking about. Who are you doing this for, Kyle? As we roll up the list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 62. Wow. 62. I was conducting research out in Arizona when I came across wild horses feeding in the valley during an insanely beautiful sunset. I took a picture with my 35mm and Samsung S7 camera. Okay. It's a good picture of the horse, mate, but you're telling me about the sunset like you were going to capture the sunset. I'm going to say it like this, and I'm not, trying to get up my own ass or be pretentious or be some kind of a critique guy about photography, but hey, you tell me, dude, I ran into a horse in the middle of the sunset. What we picture in our minds is at least you getting the sun in frame. Even if the sun is behind the clouds, when you say sunset, you know what? This isn't even worth nitpicking. Whatever, okay? My point is, when you say sunset, I think you're throwing that picture into people's minds, because we're not looking up a picture of a sunset, and this is the bottom line. Yeah, so, I don't have to be an asshole about it. I'm just saying this is the bottom line. I look up images of a sunset. The sun is, you know what I mean? Even if it's behind the clouds, like right there, the sun is in the frame. Sometimes dead motherfucking center. You can take a picture at sunset. You know what I mean? And that's what he says, I guess, if we want to be analytical about it. He says it's during an insanely beautiful sunset. You've modified sunset twice. It's not just a beautiful sunset. It's an insanely beautiful sunset. And here's a picture of you taking a picture of the horse and the sun over there on the left, out of frame, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. I get that you're trying not to spook the horse. I can use context clues or imagine what's going on in the scenario, but you got me fucked up. You can't say insanely beautiful sunset and then not get the sun in a damn. Well, here you go with the filters. Yeah. Get me the hell out of this one. As we travel up the list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 61. Man, I'm getting triggered in this motherfucker. I went away to Nerd Fitness Camp. Nerd Fitness Camp, huh? And really took the archery portion. Isn't that right? This must have been when the Hunger Games came out. You fucking kids. In some freak shot, I managed to shoot the edge of a balloon without popping it. The instructor never saw anything like it? Girl? Yeah, it was the Hunger Games. That's what made you want to take that archery class. And you're a girl. Must have been the Hunger Games. But seriously, that's an interesting shot. It literally like squeezed the edge of the balloon with a bing bong. Nerd Fitness Camp. This isn't sponsored. You better get that the hell out my video. I'm kidding. Number 60 here. She really did split that balloon with a bing bong. Okay. Number 60. My dad and two of his best friends found one of buses. What am I supposed to do with that? My dad and two of his best friends found a bus from their school unlocked and with the keys inside. They took it on an hour-long ride to the city to buy beer. Oh man, y'all niggas brave. They were caught by the police later, and luckily the school didn't press charges. This was in Florida, a boarding school. I love it. Y'all some bad boys. What you want? What you want? Here's the proof. They got on top of the damn bus to take pictures. My mans. Back during disposable camera days, baby. With that actual film. They literally took it to go buy some beer. These look like some old dudes. Jeez. Well, they had themselves a time. That's what's up. A lot of people can't say that they stole a bus and joy rode that shit. So that is something. That is something. Hey, look, it's Emily in the chat. The one where the owl flies into the car gets me bad. An owl flying into the car? Maybe she's read this list and is ruining ones above. Thanks, Emily. Ugh. Waifu Willie says, couldn't see the bill at first. Hey, it's Skyward Revenant. Hello, Sky. And Hannah says, I wanted a sunset. You know, I wanted a sunset too. Okay? And I didn't get it. What a world. Number 59. Wolf kisses. Nigga, this is a wolf at an enclosure. I would bet my life on it. Though admittedly they are socialized wolves. You mean, you know, as close to domesticated as we can fucking get. You didn't find a wolf in the wild and go, I'm gonna sit down and have this wolf come up to my face. You got me fucked up. Though admittedly they're socialized wolves, but it's still cool. He also tried to court me. Ew. The day that this photo was taken. Don't have pictures of that. More pictures of wolves by request. Oh, look how doopy he looks. He's all like, wolves. Wolves, wolves, wolves. Oh, whoa. Look how pretty his eyes are. Holy hell. What a beautiful creature. That's insane. Look at his eyes. Wow. Is that what the furries all want to be? Jeez. Oh boy, domesticated wolf kisses. Sorry, that one kind of was interesting to me. Somebody says, I have wolf kisses too. Oh, and she's a lady. Who's those boobies? Okay, that's enough. But, where was yours taken? At a zoo in Wallace, Michigan. Sorry. In a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. Lives Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Number 58. Not unbelievable, but original photos. Snow in the desert. Okay. Very good. Ooh, forest fire, jeez. Oh no. Wait, what's happening here? I was part of a wedding party. First night in Vegas, and I didn't know the groom or the bride. Oh my god. Hilarious. Are you the black guy? That would be even better. Hey, come on, let's get a picture. Who is this guy? Oh boy. Guys, as we travel up the list of 70 pictures or didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 57. And I think we should start blowing through these. What do you think? 57 says, I converted an old Android phone into an IP security camera that starts recording and sends me an email anytime there's motion. I set it up before going out of town, and one night I got a motion detected email at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I went through the video recording, somehow got jammed, and it showed a single frame of a weird silhouette standing in front of the door, with the door open. I left it closed. Yeah, he means that he left it closed. And it was closed when I got back home, meaning the door. This is the footage. Oh, God. That's not cool. That is not cool. That is not cool. That is security footage of a person entering your fucking home when you are not there. That is a home invader. Somebody said, you can tell by the way it is. That is my fucking jam. You can tell by the way it is. Oh my God. I didn't know it originated from something called Nature Walk. Nature. Like, get it? You get it? Let's get up here. Let's get up through this list. Number 56. I was on an episode of Locked Up Raw. Huh? When I was doing an internship for a maximum security prison and a TV show was filming there for the summer. Oh, I think Locked Up Raw is one of those dumbass shows where they scare the little kids by having a whole bunch of prisoners, quote unquote, come up to the kids and go, you want to be here? You want to be in here with us? You think this is a joke? You think this is a game? You like Chevy Malibu? You think a Malibu's a cool car? You think girls want to fuck guys who drive a Chevy Malibu? Chevy Malibu. What are you on about, Kyle? The producer made it clear that she didn't want the intern in the shot. I managed to sneak in the shot just briefly after we had an interview with an inmate. My coworkers didn't believe me until I found this half-second shot of me opening the door for my boss. What? You look like one of the kids that they're gonna scare.
I'm sorry. I'll do it. My mom says I'm sorry.
Number 55. I got mistaken for an extra while on bourbon and ended up spending the entire night on the Preacher set. I had the best time of my life and got into a show. That's cute that you could get into a TV show. That's hilarious. Interesting looking girl too. You'd make a great battered housewife. Not that I'm trying to typecast people in my stream. I can say whatever the hell I want. Get out of here. You guys think I'm some kind of responsible guy that has to watch what he says? She'd make a good battered housewife. Look at her. She kind of looks that way right now, you know? Guy comes home. He's like, where's my dinner? I'm sorry. I came home late and you still ain't got my goddamn dinner ready. Where's my fucking dinner? She's like, I tried to make it and it burned. You wasted food. It burned. What are you doing? Where's the kid? And then the kid's just like, hello, Dad. It's not funny. This shit ain't funny, Kyle. Move on. Number 54, White House Medical Office. Oh, cool. You got to go to the White House Medical Office. How interesting. Hi, my name's Chad. And on my trip to the White House, I pretended I had a bellyache and they said I could go to the White House Medical Office. Wow. Somebody take a picture of me in this chair. I'm in the White House. Wow. Look at that wide ass chair. Damn, that's a chair for a wide ass. It's for them big fat ass politicians when something go, oh, God, I think that sandwich I had earlier is not sitting well. May have a heart attack. Oh, take me to the medical office. And they got that nice big chair for that fat. It looks like two of Chad could fit in that chair. Kyle, shut up and continue this list. As we travel up the list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 53. Number 53 reads, I fell 10 meters, 30 inches off of a waterfall and had to get rescued by helicopter. I had burst, fractured 2 vertebrae, and both of my heels. Jesus Christ. It's making my body contort right now. I had spine surgery for days. No, nigga, because I guess there's no punctuation in your world. I'm guessing he's saying I had spine surgery 4 days later and was... Wait. Yeah, that's what he meant. I had spine surgery 4 days after this occurred and was back at work 3 weeks after falling. What do you do for work, homie? I was back playing cricket in another 8 weeks. Why are you showing me a YouTube video, son? I don't need to watch a damn news report or you falling the hell off. My God. Okay, you got it. You're trying to get me struck? No, don't maximize the damn video. Oh my God. Well, all right. All right. Oh, whoa. Hannah laid the smackdown on some idiot in the stream chat. Wonder what he was all about. He says, I bet the list is going to take more than 2 hours or Kyle's mind would explode before it ends. Just kidding. Kyle is an immortal being. Man, this guy got on Hannah's nerves. What is anybody talking about in the chat? Fosta says next list you should do should be top 40 wolf kissing stories. Somebody need to give you a slap, Fosta. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, as we travel up this list, we reach number 52. The concussion part isn't unbelievable. Being gifted a picture of it a year later is. Oh, this man was thrown from a mechanical bull. And they caught him in midair, in between a woman clapping, as if she's like almost like, you know what I mean? That's a good fucking picture. And it's from the days when, you know, we were, you know, filming shit. And I say from those days like we still don't have cameras with film now. But you know what I mean? That it was the primary mode of taking pictures of anything because we didn't have smartphones then. What a world. What a world. That's a damn good shot, man. But the fact that he got a concussion is pretty sad. You can see him reaching out back in midair. That is sad. Oh boy. Keep seeing my name lit up in the chat. Average Panda says Kyle should do the spooky text stories. What are spooky text stories, mate? Is that a story where somebody sends someone a text message and it makes the person go, "Oh my God, are they outside my house?" And then they hear banging on the window. "Hey, let me smash." And then they type about it on Instagram. "And then he was outside my window. It was so scary. He wanted to smash." Number 51. I once fell off a mountain. Audrey says, Audrey told me you fell off a cliff. Pictures or it didn't happen. Oh, he fell off that cliff. Seems pretty smug about it, too. "That's right, I fell off that cliff. I guess it happened, huh? Give me my $5. Give me my $5. On the list. Wait a minute. Why isn't the music restarting? You think you could just stop playing it? What the fuck are you doing, VLC? That's right, I use VLC Media Player to play my fucking music. Whatever. Will you, big whoop, you want to fight about it? Number 50. When I was a young comedian, Robin Williams stopped in to do a surprise set on a show I was hosting. I talked to him for 20 minutes after the show, then I handed my friend a camera, not a phone, that's how long ago it was, and asked Robin for a picture. He gave me a huge bear hug and said, "How about now?" What a sweet guy. Chilling stuff, man. What a jackass. What are you taking a picture like that for? You idiot. Oh, you idiot. Robin Williams, man. Jeez. Well, we reached number 49. Literally just posted this in a badass thread, but it still fits here. I Robin Hooded a dart. Damn. He threw a dart into the head of another dart. That's a 1 in a million type big bong. And he did it. Not bad. Not bad. Congratulations, mate. Number 48. I have a video from my first Chinese New Year living in China of people lighting off fireworks inside their house. This is a great way to get content ID struck. So I'm just gonna literally open this video and I'm gonna jump around in this shit. And we're gonna try and get the gist of what the fuck is going on. Because we can use our freaking minds to imagine what somebody is. Yeah, look at that. Is the bitch gonna light on fire? I'll tell y'all right now, one of the funniest videos. Yep, that's the whole video probably, is just somebody lighting fires inside their house. And not even like a hilarious reaction from the guy going, "Oh shit, nigga, they lighting the firecrackers inside the house, goddamn, oh Lord Jesus." Like I'm probably more entertaining with my hypothetical, imagining of the scenario than the guy actually was. But to continue my anecdote, my favorite video, perhaps of any live stream ever, is a man live streaming a lighter and then a fire breaks out. That's all I need to type into the internet. Man live streaming lighter fire. He's a Minecraft player too. Oh my God, it couldn't get any better than this. This is my favorite video of any live stream fail ever. This man is fucking with a lighter. Okay. Good God, it's just too good to be true. A fire breaks out. I shit you not. This guy feeds the fire cardboard boxes and paper. Not deliberately, man. He's trying to put this damn fire out. Okay. I'm not even joking. And I think he leaves the room at one point, perhaps to get... Yeah, there he is. He was actually just coming into the room with that pot. He leaves the room to get like a pot or something. And you're thinking that it's going to be enough water to put it out. Long story short, building burns down. People lose their lives because people are stupid. because people are stupid. But to see it all unfold like that, holy bing bong. You know what I'm talking about? And I didn't mean that in the racist way because bing bong Asian. But I've gotten off track. Let's get back on track with 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories. We arrive at number 47. Now, about 6 years ago, I posted this picture to Reddit, and someone called me out saying that not only did I not take the picture, but I don't live anywhere near there. So, it's a picture of Vader on a concrete, it's a graffitied picture of Vader. And then some jackass on Reddit is all like, "You don't even live there, brah. You don't even live there." So I made a little sign, drove over to it, and took another picture, then posted it as a reply to the person. Here's the link. So I saw some kids vandalizing a wall the other day. They made a Vader. That's the original poster saying that. And I guess some guy called him out saying, "You don't live there." And he's like, "You're right. I don't live anywhere close." And then he, Broad Street Elite. I guess that's the name of the dude who he called out because they were saying you don't live there. And that's the end of that. Pics or it didn't happen. Interesting. Number 47, man, is what you just read, Kyle. Try again. Number 46. That time that some guy posted a mysterious picture. Oh, I remember this crap. This is one of the most infamous, pointlessly infamous Reddit threads of all time. He posted a picture, and naturally, when you look at the picture, people were forced to ask, "How did you take that picture?" You know what I mean? Which he followed up with the answer to how he took that picture. Oh my God. And he shows, this is how I took the picture. So everybody's like, "Wait a minute, how did you take that picture?" So he shows how he took the picture. He did it with a, a webcam looking at he took a fucking picture of his hands. And everybody's like, "Well, how do you take that picture?" Wait a minute, that's a tattoo. What? No. So look, the original picture is of his hands. And then people go, "No, wait a minute, how'd you take that picture now?" And he actually put the camera on his, shoulder. And then with his chin, set time delay. So it would take picture of his wrist tattoos. And then people are like, "How'd you take a picture of that?" And naturally, it's just a damn webcam that he uses to take a picture. But then people are like, and this is where it gets interesting. They go, "Interesting. How did you take a picture of this, though?" Okay. And then then he's just like, "I'll show you how I took a picture of it with a camera in a mirror." Yeah. You like that? That's what's going on. You see what I mean? Yeah. Wait a minute, I just noticed that this needs to be moved over a little bit. And then I could probably get away with bringing this down a little bit. That seems like it's good. Yeah. Or I could probably bring the whole thing down. That seems like it's great. That's a great fit right there. Good. As we continue on the list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen, we arrive at number 45. I saw some lady punch a Jawa in the face at Disney World. She did what, mate? Why would you do that? Oh, because they're supposed to be like... Okay, for people who don't know, Jawas in the Star Wars universe are like scavengers. So I think to be in character, they're supposed to seem like they're trying to get stuff from you. Obviously playfully, no big deal. But the fact that some old lady punched him in the face, not realizing that he's a performer. He's in costume at Disney World. You fucking lady. We don't know. We don't know contextually what's going on. And there's no clarification from the guy. Let's see if Biscuit Knickers responds. If anybody's like, "Why would she do that? Did you know what happened?" And somebody says, "Why?" Biscuit Knickers says, "I believe the Jawas at Disney are supposed to act like they're trying to scavenge electronics from guests. Yeah, like in the movies. This Jawa startled the lady, and she slugged it in the face. The character attendant immediately confronted her, but she only seemed to speak Portuguese. So I don't think she could understand that he was telling her that she just assaulted a character." I was trying to take a picture of the Jawa to send to some friends, and this happened to catch the punch. It seemed like she smacked the Jawa fairly hard, too. Just look at her stance and how her fist connected with his face. Oh, wait, sorry. It's right there.
You want some of me?
Fucking old ladies. That poor Jawa. Somebody says we're a tough people. And his name is the Jawa. Reddit, ladies and gentlemen. Reddit. As we travel up, we arrive at number 44. 6 years ago, I suggested the once white background of our Woe Dude should be changed to a mellow-ass shade of blue. I love it. Some guy suggested that the Stoner Paradise subreddit should change its background color, and then they did. But nobody will believe him, because who are you? He's just some guy, you know? What the hell? Ugh. Number 43. I met Muhammad Ali. We were at an event when I was a kid, and Muhammad Ali was there doing a boxing demo of some sort. All I knew was there was a big dude beating people up, and I didn't want any part of it. After we were mingling around, and he comes right at us, I was crying, apparently. My mom threw me into his arms and snapped this picture. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool, man. Muhammad Ali, man. That's cool. Yo corny little dumbass with Muhammad Ali. That's a cool picture. That's cool, man. Number 42. Oh, this is one. Okay, let's see. August 27th, 1995. The prisoners of a state penitentiary in Denmark were allowed into the yard for a barbecue when a 30-ton caterpillar rammed through the prison wall and created a huge hole where once the wall stood. Oh. Well, there you go. 13 dangerous prisoners escaped through the rubble and ran to freedom. Well, we don't need a video. Calm down. Jeez. We don't need a video. We get it. So unless you have them on foot getting away, that'd be some badass footage. Soon after, my dad got a call on his phone and told us to turn on the television. Why? It was our wheel loader that had been stolen from our family company and had been used for what is to this date still Denmark's most spectacular prison break. I remember my dad swearing and cursing like many dads he can have quite the temper, and being very upset about three things. Number one, some bastard had stolen our wheel loader and rammed it into a fucking wall and caused major damage to it. Number two, that bastard had also rammed through our company gate, completely trashing it, which, by the way, was totally unnecessary because the dirt barriers that surround the gravel pit keep cars and trucks from passing them. But a wheel loader can easily scale these, so the thief could just have driven around the gate and over the barrier. And number three, as we could now see on live television, the police was now driving the wheel loader and using it to clean up the scene, causing further damage to its hydraulics. In months after the prison break, people at my college and elsewhere kept asking me mainly two questions. Could I drive that thing? Yes. Did I drive that thing? No. The prisoners were all caught again after only a couple of weeks, and the mastermind behind it, a notorious breakout king, only lasted 6 days outside of the walls before he was caught again. He has since escaped that same prison 3 further times in different ways and has broken out of 22 times in total. What? Man, that's somebody breaking out of prison 22 times? Damn. How many times does a person need to break out of prison before people go, we're putting you in a special cell and maybe monitoring you? You know what I mean? Or maybe they're just bored and they're just like, you know what, man? Let's see if you can do it again. You know what I mean? I don't know. You motherfucker. You broke out. And, I feel like after a couple of times they get him back in there and they're just like, they're just shaking their finger. They're like, you motherfucker. But try. Let's see you do that shit again, mate. With like their eyes closed and they're just like, you can't do it again. Number 41. My son getting to first base with a camel. What is... Look. What? What is happening? Okay. Number 40 here. I crawled into a bear cave with 2 cousins to videotape hibernating bears when I was a teenager. They were not asleep. Our parents destroyed the tape in hopes that it would prevent future stupidity. But these pictures survived. Oh my god. Kids in a bear cave? Oh shit, that's the bear snout right there. And the claw of the bear. Bear snout and the claw of bear. Of the bear. Let me capture my cursor now so you guys can know where the cursor is in the future. Bear snout right there. Bear claw, mon frere. The bear was not asleep. Ugh. Bear cave. As we travel up this list of 70 pics or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 39. Not safe for life. Ooh. My friend got his gouged earlobe stuck in the net playing basketball. Not safe for life. That makes this a tricky one. I'm going to go ahead and black the screen out real quick just to proof look at this, see if it's okay. Probably not going to get away with posting it on YouTube. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Can't show that, baby. Cannot show that, baby. But here's what we're going to do. Throw it in the stream chat. Everybody wins. We're moving on. We're moving on, man. It's not going to make the video. So YouTube, is appeased. Suck my ass. I've made a happy, wholesome video for everybody. People can see what the hell it is. And that's the end of that, okay? Number 38, man. I once had a girl dressed as a bumblebee ask to suck on my toe while I was working at the mall. I'm not going to lie, I was aroused. This is not a picture of a girl sucking a toe. This is not a picture of a girl sucking a toe. We gonna click this right now. What the fuck? Look at this kid too. What about this kid is noteworthy? Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his build. Ugh. I don't consider myself the most charismatic person in the world, and I certainly don't consider myself visually appealing, okay? What could I ever reach? What mountain could I find myself upon where a woman is approaching me, asking to suck my toe? Are we supposed to be thinking drugs? Is that what we're supposed to be thinking here? I could probably get in trouble for this, and we need to get the hell off of it. Oh, this lady sucking a toe? You got a toe in your damn mouth. What's even more shocking about this shit is that we got people behind just like not even worried about it. Like they got better things going on. Like they in the middle of a... As we travel up this list, number 37 says, my dad in bed with former Iraqi President Saddam Hussein. That ain't Saddam. Is that Saddam? It's Saddam. Somebody said your dad might have sodomized Hussein. Is... Listen to me, this list is getting pretty insane. So this list is getting pretty insane, alright? This list is getting pretty insane. Look, man, 70, okay, pictures or it didn't happen stories. We arrive at number 36. Not me, but Double Dick Dude. Oh, God. It's exactly as it sounds, people. If you guys don't know what this is about, this dude would have had his own Reddit collection if it was safe enough for work, but it really isn't. There was a guy that had 2 dicks that didn't ask me anything, which is like you post a thread where people can come and ask you whatever, because people didn't believe that he had 2 dicks. 2 functioning dicks. But then he did the Ask Me Anything. The link's in the description, or will be in the description when the video is done, to this whole post. So, holy crap, man. Number 35, a dude just picked up a goose and casually walked away with it when I was feeding ducks with my kids. Turned out he raised the geese from when they were babies and just holds them, and this holds them about every day. Interesting. Some guy just picking up geese. All right, number 34. I landed my aircraft on someone's lawn one day. I walked up to the closest house, knocked on the door. A guy opened the door and I asked, "Where am I? And whose lawn is that?" He looked at me like, what the heck is going on? Then he looked around the corner and he finally understood what happened. I landed on someone's lawn. I don't understand. Even I don't understand what happened. Did he confuse this for some sort of runway, or? It's not a lawn, it's a field. What's happening? What? Why has it been upvoted so much? Can somebody in the comment section explain? Yo, I'm not gonna let this shit bust my brain. As we continue up the list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 33. Let the confusion run wild. You know what I mean? That one, like, that maybe that's the point of this list, is that as we travel up it, it's just supposed to get more and more confusing. Saddam Hussein in bed with some man, some chick sucking the toe of some questionably looking, you know, like that's really what bothers me the most about this. Is it's not like he's some beefcake hot dude according to most girl standards, and she's like, "Hey baby, I want to suck your toe." It's some fucking gangly weirdo looking kid that's like, "I want to suck your toe." This girl better be on drugs. So as we continue up the list, we arrive at number 33. The time I got to commune in a close proximity to a wild Florida panther for 15 minutes while high on LSD on my birthday. Commune, dude? A wild Florida panther? We were each trying to travel in each other's direction on a road with a swamp on both sides, so we just waited it out. Finally, I had to walk directly at him and he stepped aside to let me by. Well, isn't that something? Y'all people meeting animals in the wild and you're just like, this is how people die. Tonight at 10, man ripped apart by Florida panther. Panther said to to have been called in for an interview. Look, I gave the guy a chance, man. I was trying to get by, and this guy's just taking pictures, calling me a bitch, said he's gonna fuck my wife. You done, Kyle? Number 32. I went magnet fishing. This is where you simply tie a strong magnet to a rope and throw it in ponds and pools until you find some metal stuff on the bottom. Is that why we write bottom? The stripes write this. You can't make fun of people. Some people have learned other languages, Kyle, and you should be proud of them for, being able to master your corny ass English language as well. Mostly you will find junk and bikes and shrapnel. All right. But I live in Belgium, near Ypres, where there have been great battles in World War I. And I just threw the magnet across the pond just outside the city, and believe it or not, I surfaced a grenade. That's cool. I knew it was going to be either a grenade or a landmine. Oh boy. Interesting stuff. I've never even considered like throwing a magnet down into water to try and find things. It's kind of like the opposite of like a metal detector combing it across a beach. Sounds like an interesting little hobby. One day I should go out with my friends and do something like that. Wait a minute. I don't have friends. As we move on to number 31. My dad was petting a tiger and taking pictures. When the tiger bit his hand, he thought, I might as well take a picture of my hand. The last time it was attached to my arm. He broke free when the tiger went in for a better grip, and he was able to break out. Where the hell is the rest of the picture? Somebody said, did the tiger come back and bite the photo as well? That's the real damn question. Because we're all wondering what the fuck happened to this picture, homie. Holy shit. You would imagine that a picture as worth 1,000 words as this one would be well preserved, or maybe even duplicated wherever you got it, wherever you got it. What's the name of when you developed, when you got the film developed? Yeah. Nah, we just got this one picture and we let it go to shit. What the actual hell? So, as we travel up the list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 29. No, we don't. It's number 30. TJ Miller once hoisted me up and carried me out of a building. That is so cool. Wow. Who's TJ Miller, you guys may be asking? Well, do you guys like Deadpool? You know that you do. Deadpool. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's this guy. Thank this guy. Oh, he's also involved in Silicon Valley. I didn't know that. And I don't care. Okay? A guy met a celebrity. Big motherfucking whoop. I'm kidding. Number 29. In 1984, FIFA decided to hold the first Women World Tournament. You go, ladies. It later became the World Cup. FIFA basically went to all of the countries and said, assemble your team, with very little advance notice, and the USA didn't have much time in terms of leadership for women's soccer. So they picked a team who had won nationals many times in a row and had a 400 win, 9 loss winning record. Okay. A lot of the people don't know this story because the whole thing was so disorganized and it wasn't branded as the World Cup just yet. My mom was on the team and scored a few times, some of the first goals for the USA women's soccer team in history. Her team was the first United States soccer team, male or female, to win a major international tournament. Here's a picture of them with the medals. You go, girls! Are you ready for this? No one ever believed me when I told them about this, but someone wrote an article about it last year and I posted it on Facebook. I had a few friends message me saying that they hadn't believed me at the time. Wow. Some more pictures on Facebook.
You go, ladies. No one can ever take away your amazing balls.
Ooh, ladies. So hot, ladies. You know when those girls, they play that volleyball, those ladies. I'm kidding. They get the tight butts. Shut up. Number 28. Feeding wild hyenas in Dire Dawa, Ethiopia. Wild fucking hyenas are fucking scary. Are you crazy? Yo, that's horrifying, dude. They could rip your ass apart. Hyenas don't give a fuck. And just like Stripe said last night, they will eat people alive. They will eat things alive. Oh boy, surprised your shorts were able to hide those massive balls. Those massive balls. The guy who posted the picture goes on to say, I was trying to dangle the meat behind the hyena's head so he would back up. I thought about taking a couple steps back myself, but was afraid I might trip over a hyena behind me. Seconds after the picture was taken, the hyena standing on its back legs planted its front legs on my chest to balance itself while snapping at the meat, dangling inches between our faces. After I had lost my balance, 8 out of 10 would do it again. Wow. Get a load of this guy. Number 27. I was once on the local news breathing fire. Wow. Aren't you the shit, dude? It was a long time ago, and nothing about my personality now indicates I was once a performing artist. Isn't that interesting? He said nothing about his personality, not his life. Isn't that sad? Because it'd be one thing if you became like a dad, maybe you got trapped in some kind of marriage with an asshole of a woman, and she's just like trying to suck any joy out of you that she can, you know, conjure, because her life is misery, so why should other people have fun? Okay? Did you not fold these towels the way that I told you that I like the towels to be folded? Did you leave these things out here when they belong somewhere else? They don't live here. They live in the kitchen. Okay? They live in the kitchen. But he said nothing about his personality, not his life, dude. That's so sad. He's just changed as a person and is such a fuddy-duddy that no one would ever assume that he had anything to do with anything in the way of art or creativity. You know, you breathe fire, you're a performing artist. Performance art. Number 26. This thread feels like I'm browsing Reddit within Reddit. Shut the hell up, dude. Somebody said you might say you're in a subreddit. Why are you doing the X-Men theme, Kyle? Come on, man. And is the music getting louder? Or am I just losing my mind as usual? Number 25. I sat on a killer whale while I was a kid at Seaworld. I guess the policy was quite different back in the day. Of course it was. This was before the kids were getting eaten. This was before the kids were getting eaten. But hey, you're lucky. You weren't the one to get eaten. Killer whales, baby. That's a cool picture though, man. You riding a damn killer whale? You are riding a killer whale. My lord. Well, here we go. Number 24. This is a picture I took of the Air Force Thunderbird that crashed in a field next to my house. Oh, shit. Somebody said, I remember this crash after the 2016 USAFA graduation, right? I remember it crashed less than 5 minutes after it left my view. It was crazy because after it happened, Obama delayed his flight so he could meet the pilot. Holy shit. I hope the guy was alright. You know what I mean? John Gussie in the stream chat says, Kyle, no kid has been eaten by a wild orca or an orca in captivity. One stoner did die and got his nuts bitten off. But he got high and got in the tank with the whales. Maybe he died first, and then they bit off the nuts. The juiciest part of the human. Orca whales need them nuts for sustenance. Number 23. I once stumbled upon a military helicopter performing an extraction exercise below the edge of a sea cliff. There was quite an onshore breeze, but the pilot kept the aircraft perfectly in place.
Perfect in praise. I went kind of Asian towards the end. So much honor and the cherry blossoms.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of something. Why don't you guys try to guess what it was in the stream chat? If that's what you're all about. As we travel up the Pics or 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we reach number 22. I found a crashed plane in the woods with no information about it whatsoever. Pieces were scattered over the area of a football field, but the main bits were mostly together. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, it's a picture from a plane. Wait, no, why are there pictures in the plane? What's going on here? Maybe you flew to where it was and then found it. Okay. Well, it's just like Lost. You know what I'm talking about? Damn. So, number 21. Well, I was pretty much face to face with a brown bear once. No zoom used. I'm glad that you pulled out your picture to get a pulled out your camera to get a picture. It's a nice picture. It's a very nice picture of this bear. He's got great hair. Somebody said that a ranger once told them that the ones that aren't scared of you are the ones you should be most scared of. Somebody else says, I'd assume this is because they will get very close and then suddenly, without you knowing why, feel threatened. Or maybe because they think you're a little pussy and they aren't scared of humans. Somebody said, I'd fight a bear. Fuck it. You better have a knife or something, or a gun. If you think that you can fight a bear and take on a bear, what is going on? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, whoa. I didn't mean for anybody to see my boneless ice cream bookmark. You're not supposed to look at stuff like that, guys. Get that boneless ice cream out of here. Got all these jokes. There's a wish list link to Amazon. Put that there. Yeah. That fixed it. As we travel up these lists, today's list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we finally arrive at number 20. We're making that home stretch happen right now. 20 reads, The Girl with the Cereal Boxes. What the hell is this? Excuse me. Now, some bitch writes on Tumblr, my family usually eats bagged cereal, you know, the off-brand kinds that taste like deceit. And today my mother came home with 15 plus boxes of sugar name brand cereal, dumped them into my arms and said, I can't eat lies anymore, Carolyn. Somebody said, I call bullshit on your cereal post. And then she posted a whole bunch of cereal boxes. But she could easily have just gone out and bought those, you know, after. But I guess you guys just want to go for a ride, huh? You want to believe? You guys want to believe? I don't believe it. She could have just went out and got that. You know, so she could get more reblogs on Tumblr. That's all the girls care about. Reblogs. Retweets. What is today going to be all about, guys? Kira, The sexy wrenched diva in the stream chat. That's right, she's got a wrench. Fear her. She says, I really feel sorry for dudes in their outside organs sometimes. I bruised my kidney once, and the nurse told me he had done that playing rugby, and the pain is on par with a decent nut shot. Jesus Christ. What an informative nurse, Skyward Revenant says. Well, let's continue. Number 19 says, I found a message in a bottle while kayaking in the Charles River in Boston. Some girl had written a funny, raunchy message and a number on it. I called the number, eventually met up. Been dating for over 4 years now? I want some of you guys in the stream to suck on that. You know, not everybody in the stream, obviously, and some of the people who listen after the fact. Because sometimes I get messages from people saying things like they're so upset, they're so depressed, they're so sad. And then the reason that they say they're sad is because they can't form lasting relationships, or they feel that they don't have someone that's, you know, close to them that they can connect with. And I told them it's as simple as looking in the right place. Not everybody's right for everybody. Some people are right for nobody. Do you know what I mean? Which is why you need to cut ties with some of the people you probably know right now, because they're not good for anybody. But at the same time, finding people is not hard, especially in this day and age on the internet, where you can cast a net and pretty much always make a catch. So this bitch put a fucking message in a bottle with her number, and she found a dude, and they're now dating. 4 years they've been dating. What are the odds? What are the odds, right? That somebody that you put a note in a bottle with, this isn't somebody that you met based on, you know, similar interests. This isn't somebody that maybe you coincidentally just happened to be born near, so you went to the same school, or you go to the same, you know, fucking part-time job or something like that. This is a person, she drifted a bottle they found, and they're dating for 4 years. I can post a picture of the bottle later, maybe. I pulled up these images from Facebook from when we opened it and read it. Yeah, look at these tiny titty bitches. You know, he was looking at that number like, I wonder how big that girl's titties are, because if they big, you know what I'm talking about, then maybe I need to give her a call. Maybe I need to give her a call. Kyle, you have got to stop devaluing women based on the size of their breasts. Breasts are not everything, but their confidence to the ladies. I know that. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. You know what? Some people got butts too, but I wouldn't know, because I'm sure that I'd know about them. Do they do squats? The world may never know. Number 18. My dad and I were driving down a highway and found his doppelganger on a billboard. Y'all got out of the car to take a picture. That's the funny part of the picture to me. These people got out of the car to take a picture. Okay. Give me a second. When you try to blow your nose so hard because it's kind of congested, but you're trying to be quick about it so that you don't compromise the momentum of the live stream you're doing, but then you kind of like blow out your ear a little bit, and that's not good. That's not what you were striving for, was to blow out your ear while you're trying to fucking clear your nasal passage, because that's the life I have to live, deciding that I want to wake up and do something even in the direction of productivity. Like, productivity is across the street from me, and I'm like throwing a ball trying to get it to, at least maybe if it bounces a couple of times before it reaches over there, it'll roll in the direction of productivity. But then like it bounces and it just rolls into the gutter. Right into the gutter. So as we continue up this list, number 17, a turkey jumped in my car once. It was so funny, I decided to shut the door and take a picture because it looked like the turkey was driving the car. Get in. We're going to take back Thanksgiving. Why do you get in the driver's seat? This turkey. Turkey ass motherfucker. Number 16. A beaver took the power out for 10 hours at our wedding in Canada. That beaver bitch. Oh my God. Like in a cartoon, dude. I didn't know that this is what they were all about. Literally doing that to like, oh, snap. I didn't know beavers were about that life. It's like a legit cartoon. Today I learned, man. I learned some shit today. Meanwhile in Canada. Hashtag meanwhile in Canada. Oh no. Number 15. I went to an axe throwing booth at a regional Highland Games and threw an axe into another axe that was already on the target. Jesus Christ, this is just like the throwing a dart into a dart one that we saw way at the bottom of the list. I'm not scrolling all the way down there. Yes, you are, Kyle. You want to find that dart. There's the dart. I found it. Easy. Threw the dart into a dart. Jessica Laso is making Angry Beavers references. Her breasts better be big enough to be making jokes that are probably before her time. Do you understand me? I think that show came out before you were born. And I'm gonna, you know, I don't want to get up anybody's ass. Jessica Laso, may I know your birth year to see if you were born before Angry Beavers? Wait. Beavers came out. Just curious. That turkey's driving a car. Anyway. Number 14 has been deleted. Let's see if there's any comments. There is a comment. Let's go into this guy's history here. See what we can do. I'm going to go ahead and click this and try to get context so that we can, of course, see the deleted post. Deleted, interesting. But now that it's the parent, we're going to try and load this. Oh no, it's been deleted as an account. Jesus Christ. They banned the fuck out of this guy. Was it worth it? Maybe he deleted his own account. The world may never know. We don't even know what this is, but let's try to base it, figure it out based on contact clues. A response reads, weird that Black Lives Matter is recommending that people use lands north of Interstate 88. Somebody says it reminds me of driving through Nevada on I-80, tons of prisons in the area, and there are always signs like these. Prison area, hitchhiking prohibited. Whenever I see a sign that says hitchhikers may be escaping inmates, it makes me really want to pick up any hitchhikers I see. I mean, how else are they going to get away from those prisoners? I wonder if this person's watching the list right now. If they are, thank you, Oliver. But they could be watching any other video on this channel, of which there's over 1,000. It's getting a little excessive. And many of them are over an hour in length, so it's like they could be lost in the realm and pit that is Kyle. We're making that home stretch, guys. So as we come down the line of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 13. Probably that time I opened the window shade on my commercial flight to see a fucking volcano erupting right below us. Well, it's about to erupt, I would say. That's a good picture though. Look at you tagging it at the bottom, you know what I mean? You gotta get your shit on there. I'm a photographer now. Okay, that's right. Let me see here. Did Jessica respond? 1990. Okay. Oh my God, Jessica's close to my age. That's kind of hot. But I know I'm not a teacher, so I'm not up Jessica's alley. Hilarious. Let's figure some shit out. When did Angry Beavers come out? Nah, man, she's well in the clear. She's well in the clear. Fucking 7 years after the chick was born. She is well in the clear. She's older than the show. What can I roast Jessica with now? You know? Wait, why did Lexia say he's sorry to Closer? Closer says that bastard fell for a bitch he'd been seeing behind my back. God, wasn't the Closer talking about this yesterday? You women and your men. Look, I'm going to say it in a way that I hope burns and roasts your corny asses a little bit. When people fuck you over, especially in the context of a relationship, you need to get the fuck over that shit. You want to know why? Because they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about whoever they've been sticking their dick in, even in the midst of being with you. So I'm sorry if it comes off cold or blunt, Closer, but get over it. Because he's on your mind and you're thrusting him onto our minds, but he's thrusting himself into a fucking bitch who is not thinking about you, and he's not thinking about you either. So this is the way that I like to think about it. And I've said this before plenty of times in the past. When people got shit to talk about me, I sit and I think, man, the beauty and irony of this situation is that I will never have these people on my mind, like for even a full fucking minute when I die. When I die, it will not amount to a minute of me thinking or talking about some of these cucks. You know what I mean? So let other people be the one to think and talk about you. Don't be that to them, especially when they don't deserve it. Especially when they don't deserve it. It's not an achievement. He fucked you over. He's an ass. Move on. And this is the way that all you need to deal with shit that you get dealt in the future. Yeah, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes you need to deal with it in ways where it's like, well, do I need revenge? You know what I mean? Do I need to get back at this person? Do I need to make some plans? You know what I'm talking about? But the bottom line is, the more time that you spend on him when he's not spending any time on you, it's just going to get more and more pathetic, and you're going to spiral into sadness. Take it from somebody that knows depression a hell of a lot better than you people fucking think I know. You know what I'm talking about? But as we travel up this list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 12. This is kind of cheating. Cheating. Uh-oh, Kayo. Since I submitted this photo 5 years ago, the last time I saw this thread, but when I was 11, I played chess with Morgan Freeman. You did what? You did what, charlatan? Fucking hell, man. That's the coolest thing that anybody's gonna... this dude's cooler than me. I gotta live that life. I gotta live that life. Closer says, yeah, I know I should have kept this to myself. It's not about that. It's just about the fact that you seem to be dwelling on it in a capacity where I'm seeing it in multiple streams, you know? It's like, imagine it for yourself. You're just a person observing the stream chat, and one day you're in the chat and you see somebody come in and go, yeah, well, somebody did me wrong in my relationship. And you're like, man, that sucks. I hope that you're doing well now that it's over and that you can move on. You know, and I hope things are working better. Hopefully you'll be able to see the warning signs in the future, and that, you know, you're at least glad that this is something that's over, as opposed to still continuing under your radar, you know, under your nose, that you didn't know behind your back, because it's better that something that wasn't going to work out and sooner than later. And then the next day you come in and they're on that same bullshit. So your radar's supposed to go off right now, because in time you're going to be like, well, wait a minute. You know, I'm naturally not expecting them to have gotten over it overnight. But maybe sometimes when you look at a Facebook picture and it's a pretty girl and the pretty girl says something like, I'm so ugly, there's something more going on than just this Facebook picture of a chick. There's something going on here, you know what I mean? And that's what you don't want to invite. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying, what separates us from straight up Aspergy motherfuckers is how we are aware of how we may come off. And we're all very aware of how we may come off. That's why if we're in a room with our parents, There are certain things that we would never say, that we would definitely say if we were in a room with our friends, but we would never say the same shit in a room with close family members and parents, or like a grandparent. You know what I'm talking about? Because we know how it may come off. Now, I'm not saying you should govern your life and govern the way that you act based on how some idiot is going to take what may come out. But I feel like when it's close to your heart, you know what I mean? When it's close to you, you got to be careful. And I believe in you guys, and I care about you guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't waste the time to say it. You know what I'm talking about? God damn it. Closer says, it just happened. This is the first time I've told anyone about it, but thanks for making it awkward. What do you mean? I heard you talking about it yesterday, though. What do you mean, though? That's what I'm saying. Because I heard it before. This isn't the first time that we've heard about this. You know what I'm talking about. What the bing bong? As we travel up the list, number 11. God, this is a long one. Frequently asked questions. What the hell? Ugh. I work as a rocket launch photographer, and I placed a camera at the launch pad at Cape Canaveral. When I tell people that, they usually don't believe me, so I show them the photos. Sometimes they still don't believe me. I captured this close-up shot. Damn, there's got to be some crazy heat bullshit all over these cameras to keep them from fucking burning up. Or probably the same shit that you put on other things. Or maybe there's some pretty astrological, zooms on some cameras that they have stationed far away. Now for the sad part. The cameras are sound triggered. Okay. The sound would kill anyone that close to the rockets. We set up cameras 12 to 24 hours before the launches and get the fuck out. The sound alone would kill people close to the rockets? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Forgive me. I also photographed a launch from a helicopter. Very cool, very cool. Kira says, I wish we could play games together. I wonder if she's talking about me. We can play games together, Kira. Don't you have a PS4? I know you just have a busy life with your fiance. Jessica Laso says, there's a way to play Cards Against Humanity together online. Oh, she's probably talking about the stream chat. Mr. Squeaker Gaming says, Kyle, this is extremely off topic, but this... Do you listen to Outcast? Uno, dos, tres, on. Did you ever think about robbing the microphone? Michael Davis says, hey, I'm putting emojis now. This guy. As we move up to number 10, we're finally on the final 10. Jesus Christ. Posted about this once before. I got pretty drunk with friends and was driven home. Couldn't sleep, apparently switched on my PC, and started looking at government surplus auctions. I woke up the next morning and found that I had several emails notifying that I had 10 days to drive out to my local Navy Department of Defense storage facility to collect my baggage scanning X-ray machine. I'm sorry. He bought a baggage scanning X-ray machine. That's got to be dangerous. Because you know that sooner or later they're going to find living things to put in through that. They're going to be putting a dog through it. They're going to be putting the cats through it. Ugh. Holy hell. Jessica says, I wrote about it once on a discussion board. What's Jessica talking about? A way to play Cards Against Humanity? Kira says, I was talking about the stream, but I'd play with you, Kyle. Do I have to have the game that you have? That is so adorable. This chick's fucking adorable. Yes, you have to have the game I have, Kira. I'm sorry. That's how it works. We both got to have the game, and then we can play online in the game. Amy says, I'm sad that I made it here late. It's okay, Amy. The stream will exist even after I'm done. Unlike most of the things that I unlist when I finish them. So you'll be able to go back and enjoy it. Number 9. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, cool. These are just edits and I don't have to read them. I broke into my friend's car one night and filled it with several 100 pounds of popcorn. You asshole. That was the end of a long-running joke war. We quit at that point while we were still friends. You have to wonder if he helped him clean it out. I would, dude. Jesus Christ. Look at all the popcorn you buy and fill this man's car with it. He's going to have kernels in his car for years. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's going to have kernels in his cars for years. This poor fool. Number 8, man. It's just a picture. Oh God. You old ladies. These animals don't belong indoors like this, guys. That's a big cat. My mom rehabilitates large cats. That's the right answer. She's taking care of it because I guess it was close to death, perhaps. As in lions and tigers, jaguars, cougars, she always has scratches on her arms and legs, and no one ever believed that our family when she told them why. What, they thought she was into that kinky shit? Come on now. That's the bottom line. All these people look at these animals and they go,
oh my God, they're so cute. I'm gonna get these big cats in my house. Fuck what the government says.
Big cat gifts. Oh my God. Everything's a subreddit. Everything's a subreddit. Look how big that tongue is, man. Covers the span of that whole thing's face. What are we learning here? Jeez, sorry. Number 40. 40? No, that's the number of things that you usually do. But today we had 70. So as we go up the 70 pictures where it didn't happen stories, we arrive at number 7. 7 reads, oh, I should go ahead and respace this so that these are, I want to say, not ridiculously cut off over here. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's just ridiculous. You know what would probably be easier, Kyle, is if you space the window out like a little bit like that. Is that good? Yeah, get your ass up to 7 then. All right, so you're at 7. You space the window out like this, and then you move it up like that. That's what I'm talking about. Number 7. I once attacked a guy on drugs. No, he was attacked by a guy on drugs who was dressed in a karate outfit and was wielding 2 swords. You seem pretty close to a guy that was on drugs with swords. You know what I'm talking about? That seems pretty problematic, dude. That seems pretty problematic. You're getting attacked by a guy with swords and you're not getting away. In the end, I fought him off with my skateboard. Really wish I had more pictures. This one was taken a few stories up across the street where there was a lot of apartment buildings. The yelling and commotion woke most of the residents. The photographer recognized me in a bar a few weeks later and emailed me the picture. Recognized you in a bar. Number 6, man. Johnny Depp was my in-laws. No, that Johnny Depp was in my in-laws' wedding band. Well, there he is. Right there. Johnny Dorp. Captain Jack Spizzle himself. Oh my God. All right, Lexaeus, you know, I haven't seen you, so it's nice to see you. Lexaeus. Lexaeus. Lexaeus what? Speaking of Lexaeus, I'd like to take this chance to thank all of my sexy and incredible patrons. Hey, look, it's Lexaeus himself up there. You know what I mean? You guys are just doing God's work out here. Unless you're not into God and you're into the devil, in which case you're doing the devil's work. I'm kidding, but thanks again. You guys are making it so that this is easy to do on a daily basis. And I say easy, but I mean easier, you know? Like loving you, which is easy because you're beautiful. What a stretch, Kyle. Faith arrives, and it's nice to see you, sweetie. I hope you're having a good day and that you don't kill yourself with work. I really don't like the idea of you quitting Faith, but I don't want you working there. I just don't want you quitting to fuck up that record. Jessica Laso says, but who took the photo? Some guy in a building across the street. Are you asking about this one, Jess? Faith just says she just woke up. That's what happened with Amy. She says she woke up late. Megan says high 30s in Tokyo every day, and it kills me. Oh, yeah? Tiffy Cake says, I tried to become a patron, and it wouldn't let me complete the transaction. Why, Tiffy Cake? Why difficult? As we travel up to number 5, though, I'm an Australian idiot student, and I once interned for a local law firm in the Middle East. I'm not hard to spot. You did what? You did what? You fucking... Why? In the Middle East? What a brave man. I guess it was safe. But dude, what are you doing? Dude, some people braver than me, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to Africa. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. I am not going to Africa. Okay? It's not safe. Kira asks, Kyle, what games could I get? Well, thinking realistically, I want to say that you could get Overwatch, but, you know, when I do start playing Overwatch with friends, you guys are going to be pretty new, and I'm going to unfortunately be very experienced, so we're probably going to have to restrict ourselves to playing games with AI. That's what I do the few times that I got a chance to play with Faith, but Faith and I don't get a chance to play as often because Faith's a busy little girl. Yeah, when we get into Overwatch, we could play some AI matches, get the hang of the game, play on different heroes, have some fun, shit like that. The thing about PS4 right now, Kira, is that, you know, if you don't want to spend any money, and I don't want to impose on you to spend any money on something that you don't think that you might like, you can download a lot of free games. One of the free games I'm playing right now is called Marvel Heroes Omega on the PS4. It's free. Just type in Marvel Heroes Omega into the PlayStation search, and you'll find it. When you download it, you can play any of the game's almost 50 characters, which are in the game right now. They're going to be releasing more, like villains and shit like this. Long story short, it's a game that's been out on the PC, but they're just bringing it to console, and they're changing a couple of things up. But, you know, you've got a whole bunch of characters there to pick from. The one thing that I'm warning you is that you only get the chance to unlock one character for free. Because it is a free game, they try to get you by making you pay at least $10 per character. So choose wisely who you think you want to be in that game, because after that, you're going to have to pay, or you're going to have to spend hours grinding in the game to unlock the game's in-game currency to where you can buy another character. Aside from that, you know, you can play every character up to level 10 to try to get a feel for the character, but at the same time, characters change drastically after they reach level 10, so it's like, nigga, you ain't gonna get no fucking idea of what's going on. So to answer your question very quickly, sorry, you really opened a can of worms here with making me talk about games, because it is my corny-ass little fuckboy passion. I'm probably going to be playing Destiny 2 in the future. Somebody ordered it for me, you know, what am I supposed to do? I really want Call of Duty World War II, so that's going to end up happening, but that's like later in the year. The thing about Destiny 2 is that since somebody ordered it for me, and the beta comes out literally on the 18th, that's 8 days away, that's like a week from now, I'm going to be playing that very soon. Hopefully capturing footage to show that that game is AIDS, you know, because I'm not pleased with the fact that I'll be playing it, but I'm sure that I'm going to find a way to have fun. So Overwatch is what I play, probably Destiny in the future. I've been playing Marvel Heroes Omega, and I've also been playing a game called Killing Floor 2, which was recently free, but it's no longer free, and I'm not sure that you downloaded that while it was free, so I wouldn't ask you to get that. Ooh. So, whoa, looks like Liz is here. Liz Just Liz. Who is Liz Just Liz? It's apparently 40 degrees Celsius in Israel every day. That's typical Middle Eastern weather. Skyward Revenant says, I hate that Kyle doesn't do confession podcasts around this time. I can't talk in the streams at night. I'm sorry. I can't do daytime confession podcasts. It'd be weird. And isn't this something that I should probably save for at the end of the very list? Forgive me for compromising momentum of the list once again. And I need something to drink. It's just killing me. As we round out this list of 70 pictures or it didn't happen, we arrive on number 4. The classic from Ireland. Not safe for work? It says slightly not safe for work. Anyway, here's what it reads. You ready for a story from last night? I love stories. This is an exceptional one. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I remember this one. There's a dick at the end of this one. In Workman's, I walked into the Jacks and saw 2 lads pissing with their trousers around their ankles. They both turned around to me, dicks in their hands, and were like, come on and join. So I was like, okay, but I'm not doing the ankle drop. And they started chanting ankle drop, trying to get me to pull down my trousers. While this is going on, some bogger in a jumper walks in, sees all of us, and takes out a fucking tin whistle and starts lashing into the bog down in the valley. Somebody says this is all lies. One of the lads then asks to play, so the bogger hands him the tin whistle, whips a flute out of his bag. The two then get in an argument about whether to play Bog Down in the Valley in the key of G or D. Trousers still down. Now, this may have sounded like gibberish to people who are listening to this, and rightfully so. Okay? The bottom line is, what is being described is men in the toilet, okay? Men in the toilet at a fucking, at an establishment. Okay, I can't go any lower because his cock is literally out below this frame. I'm not joking. These men have their pants around their ankles and they're playing the flute in the bathroom. And they're arguing over what song to play. If you want the picture, I mean, I can send it to you. Copy image address, maybe. Throw that in there. Is that the one? Let me go ahead and black out this screen very quickly. Yep, that's the picture. Goddamn. Okay. Alrighty, so there's that one, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3. People may not remember, but a couple of years ago, a man survived a failed demolition of a smokestack falling on him. There was really great drone video of it, and it went viral. That man was my father, and I'm his daughter. I had to call out of work that day by saying a building fell on my father. Employer didn't believe me, so I told them to watch the news that night. It was pretty wild and rare for a few months, and we even made an international news. I'm very happy my father is still alive. Yeah, you guys saw that. It was like a smokestack, and it fell on a guy. It fell right on the cab of the dude. I'm not trying to see your fucking face, lady. Yep. Fell on the crab. Oh, she didn't ask me anything. How crazy is that? People wanted to talk to her. Somebody says, hey, I work for the company that made that excavator. Wow. We have the cab he was in on site. Well, there you go. The guy works for the company that made the little portion where the dude sits in for the the construction fucking vehicle that the thing collapsed upon. Them building these things tough saved that guy's life. And that is what's up. Somebody said sold. Seriously. That's the only advertising you need to do. Poem for your Sprague arrives, and naturally he just lets it out, he says. There may be cabs with great designs, with nicer shapes or neater lines, with sweeter shades or red and black. But ours will stop a fucking stack. A smokestack. Michael Davis said the key of D, obviously. Well, only because D is the first letter of dick. You fucking guys. Kira says I'll drop him a message on PSN if he doesn't see by the end of the list. Just keep posting. See what by the end of the list? Skyward says, oh, I'll be playing Destiny 2 in the future. Interesting, Skyward. again, people talking about, oh, they hope that Destiny 2 will be good. It's just going to be more of the same bullshit that you saw in the first Destiny. I'm really just wanting to be the worst little troll, and because the game's not going to have dedicated servers, which is fucking obnoxious in 2017. So I just want to get some footage of how crappily that performs and see if we can make that something that the internet can hold up and go, what the fuck are you guys doing? Number 2, an owl flew into my car once in Las Vegas while the car was moving and the windows were open.
Oh, look at that cutie.
What a cute little owl. Here's another pic of him landing looking pissed.
Oh, he's mad.
You're not getting your Hogwarts letter. Oh, he's mad.
He's so mad.
Let me out of this car.
You flew into the car. I spent a solid 3 hours figuring out how to get this out of my car. I've never seen an owl in person and never dealt with one, so I didn't know if they carry diseases or attack or something. About 7 people stopped asking if I need help. When I told them an owl flew into my car, most of them drove off, probably thinking I was running a scam or something. Wow. My brother ended up coming with a shoebox, and we got it out and took it off. I was afraid he was injured because he flew into my car from the driver's side, hit the passenger window, which was closed, and then flew into the back window. He seemed okay, though. Well, there you go. It's the top comment. Come on, Reddit. Come on. Ugh. Probably more like a rejection letter from Hogwarts. From the looks of that owl. He's mad. Okay. So as we arrive at the top comment on the 70 Pics or It Didn't Happen stories. Oh, I'd completely forgotten. The top comment is a response. It's a response from Fucks with Ducks. And if you guys don't know who Fucks with Ducks is, consider yourself lucky. He's a person on Reddit who has a fetish for rubber ducks. He wants them in porn. He wants them all over the girls that he's into. That's who he is. That's what he's about. You know, we can't judge him. I just have him tagged so that I can avoid this motherfucker, okay? What he says is, not sure if it counts, but when I first started posting on Reddit, no one believed that a rubber duck fetish could exist. So I created this porn montage not safe for work. I'm not even posting that in the stream chat. What the fucking fuck? What the fucking fuck? What an interesting and outrageous list it's been indeed. Thank you for joining me. Special thanks to my patrons again. You guys are incredible. And now I'm going to dive into the stream chat to see what I may have missed. So forgive me for not responding immediately. Megan says I was doing laundry and grabbed some hangers from outside. People's clothes are still damp. Oh, that's got to be about the weather, which must be frightful outside. I need to go do some auditions so I can get some PayPal money. PayPal money. Get that Chinese food in the night. Skyward Revenant says, I said decent, not good. Oh. Oh, yeah, I wasn't saying that you would think that the game was good. I just figured, like, it's going to be more of the same, trust me. Michael Davis says, hey, someone else who knows Destiny is trash. The thing is, man, it's deliberately trash. It's deliberately trash, though. Because what they need to do is keep people running on that corny-ass treadmill. So what that means is, like, instead of doing something that's going to have a payoff or that will be relevant or a fulfilling gaming experience, you want to know something? Last night, I played a game, and maybe some of you were there. We played a game called The Unfinished Swan. And while I was playing it, there were so many moments where I had to stop and appreciate it. And, oh, this is neat. I like this. Oh, I love that voice actor. Who is he? Let me look him up. Moments like that in gaming are things that you'll find in The Last of Us, you know, in Final Fantasy, in RPGs, and in games that are off the beaten track that are different, you know what I mean? And Destiny isn't different, it's more the same. And I remember one of my favorite reviews of Destiny said, Destiny tries so hard to excel in every category that it doesn't in any. You know, it's essentially a jack of all trades and a master of none. And it's funny because that's exactly what they want you to want it to be. It's a game that's like a slot machine to try and keep making money off of people buying dumbass emotes, you know? It's supposed to keep them trying to grind and get better gear, even though the same things keep dropping, even though they're doing the same things over and over. It's a game where, you know, once you've seen it all, that's all there is. And it's a game that's incomplete by design. You get what I'm saying? Like, no person, right now I want a pizza, okay? I order a pizza. The pizza comes to my door. If it's half a pizza, you should be upset. I should be upset if it's half a pizza, okay? But that's become the business model of not just Destiny, but most famously Destiny. They shipped something incomplete. One of these slices is going to be DLC. Another one of these slices is going to be DLC 2. Maybe 2 more slices will be DLC 3, the big deal DLC. The other DLCs were $20, but this DLC is going to be $40 because it's the big deal DLC, DLC number 3. You know what I mean? But what you should be thinking about is when you paid for a pizza in the beginning, they only gave you half, okay? And you can't sell me the rest of these slices for fucking, you know, extra money because the whole pizza should have been there in the beginning. And that's what Destiny is. It's like you buy a suit of armor, all they're selling you is a chest piece. You know what I mean? And you paid for a suit of armor, but they're giving you the chest piece. And you want the legs? You want the arms? You want that head? I'll sell it to you. And even when all of it's complete, you think to yourself, maybe this would have been worth what I paid initially. Maybe. But not even then. You know what I mean? So many games try something and they succeed. They try to be something and they succeed. But Destiny is a game that, unless, and this is what is going on behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, it's a game that is trying to make money off of saps. And it succeeds. Flying colors. It succeeds. But on the cover of the damn thing, it's trying to be all these other different things that it's not at all. And, you know, somebody bought this from me. That's how passionate they are for that game. And to see my reaction in it, maybe because it makes my blood boil, because they can't keep getting away with this as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? They can't keep getting away with this, but they do. And that's the world we live in. Let's go to the bottom here, because Master Momo says, Kyle, you should make a Discord server so you can make regular contact with your subs. What do you mean regular contact? What am I'm not making videos every day. What's going on? Where am I? Am I dead? I'm dead. I'm streaming from beyond the grave. Kira says, coming from Faith. That is the greatest compliment. What did Faith say? Kira's a cutie.
Oh, that's so cute.
Faith's cute. Faith is like a little bubbly girl. Wait, why'd Lexeus have to go? Lexeus says, well, I gotta go. I love you, Kyle. Love you, chat. Take it easy, Lexeus. Have a wonderful day. You're an amazing person. And I hope that you catch a fucking break. It seems like a lot of garbage is going down in Kira's Lexeus's life, because he was mentioning that dude and the knowing people at Funimation. That's cold-blooded. Trinity Force says, Kyle, have you tried League of Legends? Don't nobody got time for no corny-ass MOBAs. You want to know why League of Legends even jumped to your mind just now? Because it's another game where you're on a treadmill. You know what I'm talking about? And another thing that sucks about League of Legends is that you're also at the will of your teammates. That's why I love Overwatch. I love Overwatch because of how many variables are on deck at all times. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter who you are or what MOBA that you think is your favorite game in the world. There's a hell of a lot more variables in Overwatch than there ever will be in League of Legends or any other MOBA. And that's what makes it spicy. That's what makes them rounds real cool. You know what I mean? I'm a badass motherfucker in Overwatch. I can get into a match and kill 5 people in one life, 6 people in one life, sometimes without help. You know what I'm talking about? But I can't win a match. Why is that? Because it's a team fucking game. And a team of sorry motherfuckers, if they're coordinated, can whoop my badass's ass without breaking a sweat. Because the teams are meant to play off of each other. They have strengths and they have weaknesses. You know what I mean? When you put some of them together, you can't even do damage. A team with Zadia bubbling everybody, with Zenyatta throwing harmony orbs, Mercy out there healing, Diva's throwing up her shield to absorb your damage. It's a game that it's crazy. You know what I mean? And when you gang up on other people, they really can't get anywhere before their health is hemorrhaged. It's a team game. MOBAs are the same way. And unfortunately, the way that MOBAs work is it doesn't matter how great you are. If the other team is better than your team, they win, which is standard of anything. But more importantly, if your team is shit, you ain't winning nothing. You can't win a damn thing. If you're the best fucking MOBA player out there and you have other people on your team that are, you know, I don't know, playing with their shoes on their hands, you ain't winning a damn match. And it's scary as fuck. Closer says it's a great episode 2. Explains the whole thing really well. Great episode of what? There was a South Park episode about microtransactions. Yes. Yes. But that was as it applies to phone games, which is very sneaky because a lot of that it doesn't even show people like the dark side of that, and how like some people will pick up a game and then drop it genuinely over the course of like a week or 3 weeks and never play it again. But it really tricks them into paying for this stupid thing that they don't even care enough about. It's a nightmare. Oh man, I wish everything could be like Overwatch, because Overwatch only making you pay for shit that doesn't affect the game. You know what I mean? Just like a cosmetic thing that makes you look at it and go, I want to wear that. Master Momo says, but seriously, Kyle, you should make a Discord. Why don't you say that again, Momo? Why don't you say that again? Michael says Smite is the same way. You know, Smite is the same way. Look, there's nothing wrong with that either. You know, everybody has their thing that they like, and everybody has friends that they can, you know, get together with and enjoy shit. If I had friends, I'm sure I would probably end up playing Overwatch around the clock and enjoying myself a hell of a lot more. But a part of me, unfortunately, can't pretend that I don't like the challenge of playing Overwatch with pretty much just me and maybe my healer with me. Do you get what I'm saying? And then trying to take on the world because I know the other people on the team have their thumbs up their asses. You can't go and find a stream of mine where I'm playing Overwatch where other people are consistently getting kills, where other people are consistently the one who are getting the play of the game. It's almost become comedic how often my name is the one popping up at the end of the match, and it's like, in one way, with how often I win the match, you got to ask yourself, am I having any fun? And the other way, if I did have teammates and we were going to win every match because all I'd need is probably people standing on the damn payload, you know what I mean? Would it then be fun if we were winning everything all the time? And I think it would be fun. Here's why. Because I'd hop the fuck up off Junkrat. Because every day I say it, but I don't think it's clear. I choose Junkrat out of necessity. I need to do damage in a crazy way where people are dead before they realize that I'm there. Junkrat and Reaper are my mains because I need to get out there and do the damage that no one else will. People aren't just bad at killing people in Overwatch. They're fucking scared. They're fucking scared. And it's that kind of keep yourself at a distance, oh, I don't know if I should go through the choke now type of garbage that keeps people anchored to mediocrity while I soar to greatness. Because I'm not willing to go out there and get my shit kicked in. If it's embarrassing to die a couple of times, oh wait, there's no penalty for death, I'm coming right the fuck back. So maybe I should teleport behind the choke and blindside an enemy from behind. Maybe I should give my life to kill 3 people, even if I'm not going to be able to kill the rest of the team. Because a good team would take that distraction when they're looking back at me killing 2 dudes and then one guy comes to deal with me, but oh, I die and he dies on the grenades that I drop on the ground. A good team would look through the choke and say, oh, he's making a move. Let's kill these other guys who are turning around trying to deal with this nuisance and pick up the slack. But I'm not going to have that. And that's something I need to deal with. Tiffy Cake says, oh wait, she's talking to Closer. Closer says, does anybody here have a bucket list? Momo says, I'd love to be as amazing on Overwatch as Kyle. Man, I just kill people. There's nothing amazing about it. I just take all the garbage that I've learned over the years in every other dumb game and just kill. You know what I'm talking about? Kira says, I have a jug list for this summer. Jug list? What's that? Tiffy Cake says, no, I don't. I live a super spontaneous, so I feel there is no need for one. You got kids and you live in a super spontaneous life, Tiffy Cakes? Tiffy Cakes got kids. Fat Raikage says, would it be more fun if people were at the same skill level on your team, Kyle? Here's the thing. I play a lot of competitive matches in the Diamond and the Master bracket. And the thing about skill in Overwatch is tricky, you know? In my opinion, it has to be a balance between skill and competence. I'm a skilled Symmetra, right? But as I come to the terms with many times in a match, Symmetra's ultimate is either a shield generator or a teleporter. Sometimes I can get the entire team out to a crucial point where all they need to do is turn a corner and fuck the other team. But if my team is trash, me using Symmetra is not a viable option, because teleporting people out to just die again, you putting down a shield generator when people aren't going to be doing anything with that extra health, it doesn't make sense. And I need to think in a way that kind of casts an umbrella over the team. Like, I need to be the mastermind, unfortunately, and it's ugly. The one thing that I can say that hopefully puts it into perspective for everybody is, you know, some characters in Overwatch are in a wheelchair and they need somebody to push them. They don't need somebody to baby them the way that, you know, I'm lucky enough to get some of my mercies to top me off. You know, you see me without my mercies. I can get in there and kill at least 4 people. And it's because Junkrat does a lot of damage. Reaper does a lot of damage. The ults do area of effect damage where they can just kill a lot of people. But some characters are in a wheelchair and the push that they need is somebody else there. Like a distraction. You know what I mean? Zenyatta's are great. Zenyatta ain't gonna get shit done alone. He's a fucking sore thumb. He's gonna be shot and killed. Pharahs are great. But Pharahs are sore thumbs in the sky if they're the only person attacking their targets. Some classes make great support to synergize with other people. You know who makes the best fucking support class when people play them properly? Mei, dude. Mei as a class is meant to be played and shuffled between her teammates like a fucking card in a deck. And if a Mei is with other people on her team as they're engaging and just running out and holding down that fucking freezy peasy lemon squeezy, people are dead, is rude. Master Momo says, Kyle, you should try out Warframe. I used to play Warframe. I used to hail Warframe as the better version of Destiny. Because I felt like there was a little bit of reward in the things that you were getting. And that's the bottom line. But again, man, I'm not like bent out of shape when I know I get passionate when I play Overwatch sometimes, but I genuinely do enjoy that challenge. And I can tell you some of the most scary matches of Overwatch I've ever had were with Stripes. And Stripes has seen me just go fucking awful in matches that I've single-handedly won because I've gotten absolutely furious. And you know how the matches start? They start with me on another character. It's heartbreaking in a way. It's heartbreaking in a way to watch me on a character that I just want to play. I just want to play another character. That's what it takes. And like, it becomes so clear that no one will do anything. Like I said, in Overwatch, it's just not about skill. Not everybody needs to kill. Some classes are there just to be a nuisance. You're Tracer, you're zipping in and out. You're Genji, you're flipping around. You're Pharah, you're flying all over the place. You're Mei, you're jumping out there, freezing people up. And if things get too crazy, you can put up an ice wall to separate you from the enemy. You can throw yourself into an iceberg to just put yourself out of the battle for a while. If you're there and you're Mei with another character, if that person is foolish enough to focus on the Mei dude, the Mei can just iceberg herself while the other people cleans that shit up. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't have that kind of assistance ever. So the crazy thing is, like, when I end up having to switch back to these DPS classes, yeah, I'm fucking mad. Because I'm doing a job that I feel should be a team's job. And it's not happening. But I'll tell you what, man, I played Call of Duty the other day and it was interesting because I knew that if I were doing better, I would be able to carry an SQ. There were like matches where I got like 30 something kills and I won because that's enough, you know? There are matches in Overwatch where I border on 40 kills and it's not enough. There have been competitive matches where I've gotten 40 kills like average and we still lost. That's crazy. Well, Mackle is all like, anyone play Counter-Strike? And I'm like, Counter-Strike, baby. I'm closing this shit down. What are we even doing now? Where is the, I wonder what I should play on the computer these days, you know? I was playing that, detention game the other day, and that was interesting. But yeah, I want to dive back into Overwatch so hard, you guys don't even know. Looks like Trinity's got to run, though, so she's saying stay safe, and I hope all of you guys continue to have a sexy day. Closer saying stream The Sims. I did that before, and then I ended up, to be completely honest with you, I ended up getting, like, wrapped up in trying to install sex mods onto The Sims. You know? Like I'm a housewife. I have a friend named Amanda, and she installed a lot of sex mods into The Sims. It was nuts. It was nuts. It was fucking nuts. Fat Aikage says, oh, I understand that it's not easy carrying a team that won't work together. I don't need that, dude. I don't need that. And if you guys go through some of my streams, you'll see something that really makes me fucking furious. And this is what it is. Let me just say what it is before I even go into describing it. What it is me killing everybody and then still having to go back to the objective. We playing a match of Payload and I kill 3 niggas and I run forward and I kill 2 more. And one person's trying to run away, and I kill him, and I push into their spawn. And I block them from coming out of their spawn. I'm Junkrat. I'm laying down nades to cover a radius, so that if they try to come on this approach, they're gonna have to take damage to do so. I'm laying traps to cover another approach. So if they come from that way, they're gonna trick the trap. They're going to trigger that trap. Maybe I've put down a concussion mine in there. I can detonate the concussion mine and kill people who are coming on separate approaches. When the trap is triggered, I know that they're trying to come from there. So I can play fucking goalie, having pushed my goal up to making it so that they don't come out of spawn. This is a game that we can play, okay? But when I look back and I see that nobody else is on the objective, that realization, oh, I got to do everything. You know what I'm talking about? That's not a fun game. It's never going to be a fun game. Ever, ever, ever. God bless Hannah. I love her sometimes. Like, I've seen Hannah sometimes while I'm out there kicking people's ass, physically distance herself from me to try and put herself on the point or the payload because no one else is there. So let me ask you a question. You know what I'm talking about? It's one thing to walk your corny ass out there and fail because you suck at whatever the fuck you're doing, right? While you're trying to attack other people. You get what I'm saying? But when you're not attacking other people, you're not on the payload, what are you doing? What are you doing in Overwatch? Maybe that's cool for 1 person. Maybe that's cool for 2. But there are 4 other people on the team typically. And they're usually AF fucking K. I usually have to stop to tell Hannah thank you as my mercy a lot for just, you know, doing what she does, helping me, bringing me back so I can, sometimes I'll kill 4 people and Hannah will bring me back so I can kill the other 2. And we just sitting there like, man, it'd be cool if we had some help out in this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? We win matches as the 2 people standing in the zone sometimes and look towards spawn and see people hobbling their corny asses out there. You know what I'm talking about? We get no help and it blows my mind. But what pisses me off is doing my job, is getting that work put in, right? Killing these assholes. Sometimes I got them in their spawn. Like, come the fuck out, motherfucker. And then I look back and there's nobody there. I'm like, yo. There's a class for everybody in Overwatch. There's a class for everybody. You're not good at aiming, you know what I mean? You can Lucio or Mercy if you want to support other people. All Lucio needs to do is physically be near you and he's healing you. He can press a button and heal you faster. He can press another button to boost your speed, and people are still trash at Overwatch. It's just so confusing. It's just so confusing. So like I said, it's not about just a lack of skill in Overwatch. It's a lack of competence too, because when there's like a gate that leads into a point that you're supposed to be taking, That's known as the choke. And there's nobody guarding the choke. Why are you scared to walk through that gate, homie? Why wouldn't you even... I can see some people, maybe they think people are on the other side or something, but you should look. You should look to make sure that there are people on the other side, because I can't tell you how many times I've broken into a point, killed at least 5 people, and then I'm just there like, go to the choke, go to the choke, go to the choke. There's not even a go to the choke command in the game yet. Okay? And that's what sucks too. So sometimes I'll die out there and then have to just spam like group up on me, hoping they'll group up on the corpse. Because I'm out at the point and I've killed 5 people and I see other people alive standing at a choke. What the hell is going on? Oh my god. Oh well. These things happen. Dr. Scam 5000 says, wait, the stream's over. Yeah, man, you missed it. Just go back to the beginning. We believe in you. I think I should, like, I don't know, get some shit done today. And then maybe stream a game. Wow. Guys, I love you. And it was nice of you to be here. Thanks for allowing me to ramble about Overwatch as usual. But seriously, Chai Mei, I haven't seen that person before. Hopefully you guys have a great day. And maybe I'll see you tonight in what I hope I'll be able to erect as a confession podcast. I forgot what I was going to talk about in the confession podcast. I think it was probably going to be near-death experiences again. Because that's what everybody was saying they wanted. So I'll see you guys tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Yeah. I should turn on Skype now. Wait. Is that my password? Yeah, there it is. That's my password. Oh, yeah. Bye. What, the confession podcast stream? It's going to be 9:30 EST for me. You know, maybe even earlier just to get things rolling. But 9:30 EST, Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see you then. Love you guys. I should put more stuff on that wish list. Later.